Welcome to your new SideQuest podcast with the intention of helping you through the game of life with mindful reframing and awareness as we all move through this journey called the human experience. It's time to level up. Hello, everyone. Welcome to your new SideQuest. Interest is obvious. This is Derek.
And this is Zach.
First of all, gotta apologize because we've been kind of skipping some episodes due to the fact that I was actually internationally traveling.
Yep. And I had client projects I needed to complete.
But, life happens and we're back. We're gonna try consistently keep up with posting every Wednesday.
Slowly keeping the ball rolling.
But yes, today we are giving you a fresh new episode of your new side quest. Today we are talking about any type of relationship, friendship, romantic, and even career in terms of genuine interest. Overall, bottom line is that it is clear, obvious, and unambiguous. So let's explore what genuine interest actually looked like from our past experiences. Zach, care to share?
So, yeah, I can share with you guys what genuine interest doesn't look like and what the idea of chasing is. So, in my past, I would chase after women that I was attracted to and, try to slide in those DMs, how guys usually do. And it would always feel negative when they don't respond back or reciprocate because I would feel like they're not interested or that it would, show kind of like me doing too much. Like it would tie in with my self-worth. And so I came to realize that it's not always about the interest when it comes to dating and pursuing romantic relationships. There is timing and availability, but then there's also interest too. So bottom line is that when someone is interested in you, they make it easy for you and they make time for you, right? So that's an example of what chasing and trying to seek interest looks like. But then there's also genuine interest, interest that is so obvious that if it's right in front of you and you don't take it, you would, you would be dumb to not take it, right?
Share me an example of what happened in a previous experience where a girl, I would say, a girl just genuinely showed interest in you.
I had one example in dating last year with that relationship with that girl that I met on Hinge, and her interest was so obvious that the moment that we matched on Hinge, it was the same day, and we set up a date to go to Magic Island together and just to go walking with her dog. And it wasn't ambiguous at all. We set up a time and we were both available.
She was putting in effort.
She was putting in the effort and there wasn't any confusion. I wasn't left wondering oh, does she like me or not? There was clearly a path that she put forward. And if I didn't walk it, then it would be mine to lose.
So during that time period of interaction, how did you feel? Was it more did you feel any anxiety or was it more peaceful?
Honestly, at first it felt good, that validation that you get. I would describe it as a dopamine hit when someone actually shows you that genuine interest. But yes, it is peaceful. You don't get anxious or really restless thinking about oh, does this person like me or not? And you don't overanalyze every single thing that they say or that you say. It's clear. It's like water.
I totally can relate to that because, yeah, even in my past experiences, when I know that someone genuinely likes me, I don't have that feeling of anxiety. It just, I don't question. It's not something that I need to question or even try to, chase or put so much energy into in terms of tactics, right? I think that's a big thing when it comes to dating. I feel like most of us try to use tactics to try to get someone we're interested in to like us back because we're trying to show value, we're trying to show how worthy we are.
And it's also to seek reassurance too, right?
Hmm.
You're trying to like confirm whether this person likes you back, which is like, which is also chasing.
Right? You're just trying to find that validation, that security, right? And I feel like genuinely interest feels like security. Like you know they like you, so you don't have to do anything. You just have to reciprocate back those
Yeah.
feelings because they are mutually chasing you too.
Yeah. They like you for just being you. And the only thing you really have to do is
Show up.
basically show up.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So there's this difference between chasing versus attracting and then eventually pursuing the opportunity once it presents itself.
Yeah, it just feels safe and it feels very obvious. It feels clear.
So, what's an example that you have, Derek, of attracting and actually pursuing an opportunity?
I wouldn't say that I attracted or I didn't even try, honestly. That's why I'm like kind of blown away of how like things played out on one situation I experienced way back in kind of like my early days of exploring Japan. So the story was I went to this English and Japanese exchange meetup group and I just showed up. I was like, I genuinely just wanted to practice my Japanese and make friends. And all I did was just be there. I existed. And then this girl, like, she was in my group. She, she asked me, "Oh, where are you from?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm from Hawaii." And she was like, "Oh, I lived in Hawaii for like 6 months." I'm I'm like, I really really love Hawaii. And then after that, I know it's not generally. It wasn't the fact that I lived in Hawaii in general, like, and she loved Hawaii. It was more that we had like a mutual common ground, right?
Mm,
And after that, um, I didn't hear I didn't hear from her for like a day. I thought it was just like a one and done thing, but it was the next day or the day after that, she texted me because I got her contact,
oh,
and
that's a nice surprise.
right, and I was like, oh, this cute girl like actually reached out to me. I didn't expect that, and she was like, oh, what are you doing on this day? Are you free on this day? I would love to hang out with you, but first, can I call you? And I was like, what? And then she's like, yeah, can I give you a call? And okay, I was like, okay. I was on the train, like going to, I think I was going to Osaka during that time. I was on the bullet train, and she called me, and she was like, oh, I just wanted to talk to you because I just wanted to get to know you. And I was like blown away because like to be honest, she was really cute. Like she was a
Yeah.
really cute girl, and I didn't personally. This is more like a insecurity thing. I personally didn't think that I was like good enough for her because she was so like cute.
Wow. That's a huge win, though, because then it sounded like she was genuinely trying to connect with you.
Yeah, and I was yeah just completely surprised, and of course I reciprocated back. I was like, oh yeah, like we can chat. Like I'm just here on the trains going to Osaka, and she was like, yeah, like are you coming back to Tokyo? And I was like, yeah, I am. We should meet up. And she was like super stoked about it.
Wow.
So like you can tell by her energy and like her the way she was talking to me was obvious. It was obvious that she wanted to connect and
Yeah.
build a bridge, you know, between us more than trying to create space.
Yeah.
And
That feels so real. I especially liked when you mentioned earlier that like when you attended that event, you were just simply there.
yeah.
Like you existed, like what you said. And she noticed you and you guys just got to know each other. Like you weren't there to like prove your worth or anything or prove that you're good enough. Like someone already saw you and you were seen.
Yeah, that itself is such a great feeling because I feel like all my life I've been trying to earn and prove my worth and
Mhm.
perform for love, but that time, that was like genuinely the first time I ever felt where I didn't actually have to do anything. It was just me, like just me being there.
Yeah, and that's different from when most people try to chase. right, is that they're trying to prove that they're good enough. They're trying to prove their worth.
So that experience, that it was like a magical experience. I didn't have to do anything. That was just clear, obvious, and genuine interest. Unfortunately, that didn't play out in the end. It was a great experience though. But yeah, you can really feel when someone wants you, and of course, I returned those feelings back.
Yeah.
We had like a great time together, and it's just magical, man.
Yeah, that's how relationships should feel. It should feel like each person reciprocating back and forth with each other, just sharing the same energy.
And it just being easy, right?
Yeah.
It just there shouldn't be like this ambiguity in there. It should feel safe. It should feel secure. It should feel peaceful.
Yeah.
That's what real love feels like. It's peace. It's not anxiety. It's not trying to prove something. It's more like you have a mutual wanting and it's clear and obvious.
What would you say to someone who is focusing on attracting the right energy to them?
I would honestly say that all you really have to do is show up for yourself, first of all. Like, show up to your own interests, show up to your own self respect, and show up to your own hobbies, and just put yourself out there because,
Work on your own
yeah,
life.
work on your own life. Like, make your life itself complete on its own with no one to try to complete you.
Hmm.
Because basically, overall, you don't want to build a life with someone. You want to do life with someone.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. To add to that, you don't want to be chasing the wrong person, too.
And if you have to prove your worth for love, that itself isn't right. That's not the right relationship you want to be in.
So let's say someone does show you genuine interest and you want to reciprocate that effort. Now, like normally for someone like me, I would be very excited about it. I would be like, "Oh, this person actually likes me. Should I like kind of respond back quickly and get all eager and stuff?"
So I think there's also another side of the story of being on the receiving end of genuine interest is that you may not like them back, right? Or you basically have an ick. Like, oh
Yeah.
no, this person likes me and I don't feel the same way. I
Yeah.
feel the ick.
It's kind of like a red flag too because, you don't know if that person is genuinely interested in you or is interested in like an idea of you
Yeah,
or
not
has an agenda.
like their idea, the fantasy of you, right? They probably made up in their head. They don't really know you, but they like you.
Yeah.
But I think that's the whole point of dating is to get to know that person because you don't know them and you don't want to fabricate this idealized imagined personality of you.
Hmm.
So that's why we date. But in general, I know that sometimes we get the ick because we don't feel the same way.
Or the interest just hasn't really built up yet.
Also, sometimes they overdo it, right? Like I know, like personally, sometimes I do overdo it too, like
Yeah.
because I'm chasing, because I'm trying to prove my worth.
Hmm.
Going back to my old bad habits of earning love
Yeah.
and trying to show them that I have something to offer. I think honestly that that does give the ick, right?
Yeah.
Because you're trying to be someone you're actually not.
Hmm.
Whereas you really just should be accepted for who you are and authentically presenting yourself out there versus trying to prove something.
Right. There is genuine interest initially when you first meet someone, but but like I feel like there's a certain point past that where it's like if you do too much, you're going to like, cause the ick,
Turn them off, basically.
turn them off.
We don't have to do that for the right people. We don't have to prove anything
We don't have to chase.
or overinvest. So, what is the mindful reframing here?
So the mindful reframing is don't waste your time chasing butterflies. tend to your garden and the butterflies will come.
That's pretty poetic. But yeah, so in general, just tend to your own life.
Yeah.
Invest in you, personal growth, interests, hobbies, your friends, your whole life, because that itself is very, very attractive.
Yes. Fulfill your own cup first and let that energy overflow and become something that attracts people.
Because interest is obvious. It will be clearly shown to you by the person
That wants you.
that wants you, genuinely wants you. So there you have it. We're gonna end it right here.
Thank you guys for listening in. I know it's been a while since you've heard from us, so we'd appreciate it if you give us 5 stars on Spotify as well as Apple Podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching this as a video form. And we will see you guys in the next SideQuest podcast.
Side quest complete.